Okay, so good evening again. So sorry for the interruption. Nalobat yung laptop. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so let's proceed to the next topic. Okay, other ethical principles, ang dami. So you may now search, no? So like golden rule, universalism, slippery slope, collective utilitarian, risk aversion, on no free lunch, the New York Times test, no? So most of these ethical principles, nakikita natin ito doon sa tinatawag natin sa US. Okay? Mas madalas natin nakikita. No? So, uh, yun yung madalas natin nakikita. Okay? So, first one, privacy and information rights. Okay? So, when we talk about the privacy, no, madalas, no, so most of the time, our privacy are invaded. Okay? So again, in order to protect our privacy, what are the major ethical issues? Okay? So the first one, uh, how are we going to uh, is giving information nowadays okay lang ba? No, kasi we always click I agree to the terms and conditions above without even reading, di ba? Without even reading the terms and conditions actually. Kasi for the reason it's kind of boring. Okay, so what's the major social issue? What if po no, that the information collected, no, sometimes may message, sometimes we are given messages or emails, random emails, even though we did not give personally our emails. That's why we already filled out it. Diba? That's the part of the terms and conditions. Okay, we allowed, no? So by the checking the box or the checkbox, we already give or gave our consent. All right. Oh, what's the major political issue? How will be the government? How will the government address this kind of issue? So, what other research and development techniques and innovation? What would be the solution? All right. No. So next, we have the information collected at e-com site. Now we have the PII, or so the personal identifiable information, and then the anonymous information. Okay? So the personally identifiable information naman, di ba? We can see this. No? So name, email, social security system number, ID number, ID presented, di ba? When we go to lending institutions, di ba? When we ask, no, when we borrow money, we give our contact information, character references, and so on and so forth. Okay? So how about the anonymous information? Preference data, of course, transaction data, clickstream data, and browser type. Di ba? Madalas nakikita natin ngayon, ikaw ang nasa video. Pag kinlik mo yon, automatic it will be passed. And then your personal information are already hacked. Okay. So social networks and privacy, social networks encourage sharing personal details. Diba? Do you allow Facebook to do this? Do you allow Google to do this? Okay, so this is one of the unique challenges. Okay, we have also FB's facial recognition. We have also personal control over personal information versus organizations' desire to monetize social network. Diba? If you want to earn money through Facebook or live streaming, then your information or confidential information are shared. Right? So yun yung ibig sabihin. Next, mobile and location-based privacy issues, profiling and behavior targeting, government invasions on privacy, okay, legal protections, and informed consent. Yan. So, yan po yung mga na-mention ko kanina. Okay? Next. So, here are the types of how to prevent. Diba? We have spyware blockers, pop-up blockers, di ba? If you go to unnecessary or unsafe site, di ba? There's always a pop-up blockers, secure email, anonymous remailers, di ba? So, may anonymous na reply agad, no? So, anonymous surfing, cookie manager, di ba? Incognito. Di ba? We have incognito mode, okay? This file erasing programs, policy generators, and the use of password, encryption. Diba? So sa updates no sa Facebook, we have already two-way factor authentication, including in Google. No, kay Meta, ganun din, di ba? Alright, next, intellectual property rights, di ba? So, saan ang direction natin, di ba? So, how do we fix the problem? So, who will fix the problem? Okay? Saan papunta to? No? So what will happen, and then sino dapat mag-fix? Okay, so what are the three types of the main types of protection? Number one is copyright, number two, patent, and number three, trademark. Okay, so those are the major. If you want to, for example, you have a work, invention, maybe you can go to intellectual property office or in BGC or in McKinley in order to understand, okay, what would be the process of having the patent. Eh, what if, sir, ginamit ko po yung formula ni Einstein using this? Pwede ko ba pwede ko ba ipa-patent yung work ni Einstein? Ay, hindi po. No, sinabi ng batas dyan, hindi pwede. Yung mathematical formulas, mga theories ng mga mathematicians, scientific inventions, scientific formulas, hindi pwede. Kasi meron na may-ari niyan. Okay? So much for that. Let's go to governance. Sino? No, who will control the internet and e-commerce? Even though we give suggestions that this is safe, but out of curiosity, we still open the site. Okay? Incognito mode. All right? That's the problem. Even though the government are giving safeguards, they are giving advices with regards to this, tayo ay tuloy-tuloy pa din. Okay, next. What elements will be controlled? If ever na-control niya, anong elemento? Nakakalusot pa rin yung mga hindi dapat makalusot na websites. Diba? There's always source or source information. Kaya nga minsan there's always fact-checking. Then how do we know if it's a fact or not? Okay? Next. Taxation. In terms of taxation, of course, value-added tax, percentage tax, and income taxes. Okay? If your monthly e-commerce sales reach 3 million and above, then you will be subject to 12% value-added tax based on output and input. Okay? How about the percentage tax? 3 and below. Okay, so that's in charge of you'll be liable for percentage tax. So much for taxation po. No? So percentage tax now is a general rule 1% up to June 2023. Okay, so paglagpas ng June, it will be already 3%. It will be reverted back to 3%. All right? Income taxes at the same time under the train law, let us revisit po. Okay? So those are the applicable taxes. And then also tax exemptions. Pero now, yung ating new commissioner focuses on the digital, no? And then our president, you know, Bongbong Marcos, focuses on the tax on the digitization. Okay? So kasi nga taxes are lifeblood of the government. Okay? So kaya kailangan talaga yan. Right? So the state can tax anything, anytime, as long as it's not abusive. Okay? Next, public safety and welfare. Oh, we have porns, we have drugs, then we have illegal gambling. How are we going to prevent this? Dadami ng dadami ito. Okay? Na hindi natin nalalaman. No, by just looking at the internet, bigla nagkaroon ng human trafficking, buying and selling of illegal drugs, di ba? Nagkakaroon ng mga raid. There's always a raid, no? Nagkakaroon ng mga raid ng ating mga illegal gambling. Okay, like illegal isabong, diba? There's an accredited gaming amusements, okay? Pero not the illegal ones. Okay? Next, key takeaway, no? So as I have discussed, no? So, meron kasing mga binibili sa mercury drug na kailangan ng prescription ng doktor na mabibili mo sa Shopee without even prescribing. Okay, so that's the key takeaway. How are you going to address those issues? Okay, so if you have questions, then we ask me. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day, everyone. Okay.